Good evening once again. I'm Richard Morecroft and welcome to Letters and Numbers. And tonight, our contestants will once more be doing battle with the clock and each other, and we hope you at home will be doing the same. So, put your brains into puzzle mode as we say hello to, first of all, our doyen of the digits, Lily Serna.
Hi, Richard.
Actually, Lily, do you have to put your brain into puzzle mode?
Well, once upon a time I did have to really warm up my brain to get into that zone, but now I feel like I'm trapped in the zone.
You can't get out of it.
Can't get out of it.
Well, I'm sure you'll stay in the zone tonight. Welcome, Lily.
Thank you.
And a man who knows the etymology of the word etymology, David Astle.
Hi, Richard.
You do, of course, know the etymology of the word etymology.
Look, regular viewers of the show would know that we have actually covered this ground, so you can't handle the truth because it comes from etymos, Greek for truth, and it's finding out the derivations of words, finding out the where these words have been and where they've come from.
You are in the zone too, I can just tell. Welcome, David. Now, let's get the night moving as we meet our contestants, starting with our carryover champion, who's back for his fourth night, planetary science student, Richard Hartley. Hello, Richard.
Hi, Richard.
Have you found that over the last few nights that you've been carryover champion, that you've noticed things that have made you change the way you play the game?
I've kind of came into it thinking I'd avoid having a strategy because I didn't want to get tangled up into the same kind of thing every time and maybe miss something out as a result. So I've tried to change it a bit, but...
So unpredictability is your strategy?
Possibly, yeah.
Well, possibly. That's a very good answer. Let's see if you apply it tonight. So great to have you back. Good luck, Richard. And here to challenge Richard is Tim Shiel, an electronic musician who records and releases his own music under the name Faux Pas. Well, welcome, Tim.
Hello, Richard.
Now, give us a little bit of an idea of in terms of creating electronic music. Are you doing it alone?
I am doing it alone, with none of those pesky people around.
Otherwise, you and Richard could form a band because he's a bass player.
Yeah, Richard's not invited. It's just me and my computer and machines, that's all.
I think there's a competitive edge striking up very early here. Well, what do you call yourself? I suppose if you're not a band, you are a unit?
An artist.
An artist! Of course, I should have guessed. Good luck. Welcome, Tim. So all the best to our contestants, Richard Hartley and Tim Shiel. And of course, all the best to you two at home as we begin. And Richard, your first choice.
Thanks. Could I start with a vowel, please?
Thanks, Richard. I.
And then another vowel, please.
A.
And a vowel.
O.
And a consonant.
S.
Another consonant.
P.
One more consonant.
T.
Go for another consonant.
M.
One vowel.
I.
And another consonant, please.
And last letter B.
Thanks, Lily. First 30 seconds. Well, Richard, how did the night begin for you?
6.
6 for you, and Tim?
5. I'm a
5 for you. Let's start there.
Stamp.
And yours, Richard?
Paints.
What do you think, David? Happy with the start?
Can I just clarify how you spelt that, Richard?
Paints.
And it's an M, in fact, not an N. So paints we can't accept.
Oh.
I'm sorry about that. That takes us back to stamp. You've put your stamp on the game early, Tim, with a lovely 5. Here's a word that may get under your goat because it's a modern word. It's a 7-letter word, and it's spam bot. And it's essentially an online robot that gathers email addresses so it can send out junk mail.
A very nice modern word. Well found, David. And well found for Tim as well. 5 points to start. On with the letters, and Tim, you're on the scoreboard, so what would you like to choose?
Can I get a consonant to start?
You can C.
And a vowel?
A.
And a consonant.
P.
And a vowel.
U.
And a consonant.
K.
And a vowel.
I.
And a consonant.
Starting to detect a pattern. R.
And a vowel.
E.
And a consonant.
And last letter N.
Very consistent pattern. Here we go. Well, Tim, that was a lovely vowel consonant distribution. How did you go?
I got a 6.
6. Nice work. Richard?
6.
Ooh, that was about as hesitant as I've heard coming from you. What was it?
Unpack.
Unpack. And yours, Tim?
Unpack as well.
Yours was the same. Could you just verify with each other? Unpacking.
I could sense in Richard's hesitation that you were toying with unpacker.
No, actually, a panicker.
Panicker. Unpacker and panicker, both good. Possible 8s there. And so, of course, unpack is good for 6. And panicker, we know the etymos, or truth behind panic, is it comes from the Greek god Pan, invoking the stampede of cattle.
Very nice work. Great stuff, though, Richard and Tim. 6 points each for that round. Let's head for the numbers for the first time tonight. And, Richard, your combination first up, please.
I'll go for 6 small, please, Lily.
6 small numbers. Thanks, Richard.
Well, you're living up to that unpredictability you promised.
This combination always makes me a little bit apprehensive. And our numbers are 9, 7, 7, 5, 8, and the large, no large numbers, 6. And the target number is 461.
Let's see if we can get there. Richard, you certainly gave everybody a challenge with that one. How did you go?
455.
6 off the target. How did you go, Tim?
108. As far as I got.
I think you were actually rocketing towards 461. We've just interrupted you along the way. Richard, you better take us through your method, please.
Okay. 7 times 7 is 49.
7 by 7 is 49.
Multiply that by 9, should be 441.
By 9 is, now let me see, 441.
Add the 8 is 449.
Add the 8 is 449.
And then add the 6 is 455.
Add the 6 is 455.
Well done, Richard. That was, as I say, a tough challenge that you gave us. Lily, how did you go in your calculations?
I think I got to the answer, but
Let's see.
Yeah,
You're still feeling your way a little, are you?
Still feeling my way.
We'll follow you on the journey.
Okay. Now, 8 plus 9 is 17. 6 by 5 is 30. Now, 30 by 17 is 510. And if you take away 7 by 7, which is 49, gives you 461.
That was awesome. Beautifully done. Beautifully done. Yes, I think almost standing ovation territory here. Appropriate gesture, David, I think that was.
That was awesome.
Great stuff, Lily. Very well done. But, gee, after setting us a very tough challenge, Richard did very well getting to 455 and scored himself 5 points. It means that both Tim and Richard are now level pegging on 11 points each as we head into our first break. And your first word mix for tonight, it's orbit, hip. And the clue is yes to start, but finally, no. Back shortly.